Hi everyone, this week's episode is basically the recording of the Insta Live that we did with all of our listeners and fans on Instagram last Saturday. And we had such a fun time discussing a ton of topics. I thought, this is actually a pretty good episode. So I thought, let's just post this. If you want to see the video version of this, which makes a little more sense, you can head over to our Patreon page and it's actually available for free. You don't even need to donate, you don't even need to be a tier member. Everybody can watch it and maybe you can have a look around, and then if you like what you see, you can become a patron. Isn't that smart? In any way, I want to thank everybody that joined us. We had a ton of fun with everybody and we just love the interaction. So if you want to interact with us, do send us an email at youpodcasting@gmail.com. Follow us on Twitter and let us know if you like these kind of episodes. We'll try to do more of them. We had a lot of fun, but I hope you do too. So thanks for listening. Hi, this is Asim.
This is Sujoy.
This is Amrita.
And you're listening to Khandaan, a Bollywood podcast about the three main Khans of the Hindi film industry.
Amir,
Salman,
and Shara.
Hi, you're listening to Khandaan, a Bollywood podcast regular feed. Thank you so much for your support over the years. We now have a Patreon channel with bonus content and exclusive merch for those of you who would like to support us. Every dollar goes towards creating more and better content. Visit us at patreon.com/KhandaanPodcast.
Yeah, so the idea is that, So this is going to be a recorded session. So we thought, we wanted to have a catch-up episode and we haven't done this in a while. So we thought, let's do an Insta Live. Let's make it a bit more interactive. People can, join the madness on how we do things and also just, get your insights, because we don't have a main review this episode. We decided, there's nothing out in theaters that we really wanted to watch. A few things came out on streaming, but nothing that really excited us. But there has been a lot of trailers that came out, a lot of news that came out. So I thought, let's discuss that. Let's do some reader emails and things like that. So if you have any questions, just send them in the chat. We'll try to get to them. So that's kind of the plan for today. I think hopefully we'll be done by an hour. But let's see how things are going. We're still waiting for Amrita, but she should be here. She should be here very soon. I think she's having some technical issues.
Hi, Uday.
So, did you see that Satya celebration thing that they did on Film Company?
No, I didn't. I didn't get any time this week to watch anything other than the Rocky Ki Rani. Even that, Twitter had already seen and forgotten about it, and then I came back to watch Rocky or Rani Ki Prem Kahani trailer. I didn't get much time to watch anything this week, to be honest.
No, you should make time and watch things because it's good. But Uday got a shout out, right? So
okay, Amrita has joined. Amrita has joined. So can you invite her?
I've invited her 7 times, dude. I've invited her 7 times.
Is Amrita ignoring you?
I think she is. It says Amrita is unable to join, so I think she's just she's playing hard to get, I think.
Amrita joined the Riverside as well, no? Without the camera.
Yeah, Amrita, I'm trying to add you. I've sent you a thing and I've accepted your request, so I don't know what else I'm supposed to do there.
Yeah. Beth says Amrita's 100%.
100%, Beth. 100%. Hi, Fan. Yes, was it who asked me this question just now? Devansh. Hi, Devansh. Regarding reaction videos, we've thought about it. We've thought about it a few times. I think the market is quite saturated with reaction videos, I feel. That's one thing. Second thing, we're not white people, so I think a lot of people like hearing reaction videos from white people. Understandable, because it's a different insight. I understand it, why people like to hear that.
And you need to be really quick. Like the trailer comes out and literally the reaction video needs to go up like 30 minutes later. And none of us have that kind of organization skills to make that happen, unfortunately. Like we're literally struggling with Instagram and Insta Live here. So reaction videos, it's not, we've looked into it, we've tried, but it's not something that we've really got into. We have tried with on Patreon to do it. So, I mean, Devansh, you're a Patreon. So if it comes, it'll come on there. It'll probably not be on a YouTube channel because YouTube just needs a whole strategy. And honestly, we've thought about it. We are audio podcasters mostly. We'll add a bit of video content, but it's not going to be a strategy for Khandaan. I don't think so. Let's see how things go.
Amrita, we can hear ourselves through your thingy. Okay, she's gone off Riverside.
I'm here. I just there's like too many things happening. Sorry.
I don't know what to do. Okay, we'll try this.
So, Amrita, you need to join on Riverside if you can.
Yes, I am joining on Riverside.
Okay.
It's just, anyway. What's happening, guys? Hey, everyone. What's happening?
We're just kind of giving the lay of the land on what we're doing and why we're not doing a main review and we're doing an Insta Live because we haven't had this type of interaction for a while. And just kind of catching up. And this will probably be a recording next week's episode. So we'll try to answer as many questions as we can, and we have some things that we want to talk about soon.
Okay. Yeah. Is everything better now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you get Amrita's audio fine, Asan?
Yes, she is on Riverside too. I'm hearing her, so that should be okay.
Okay. I'm just gonna try and set up a stand for my iPad so that it doesn't fall off.
So what's been going on, Amrita? Where were you? Anything you can share, or you just had a crazy day?
Oh, I just had a crazy day. I'm just like catching up. Like today's my first day like without work since I got back. So I've just been like, there's like glare from my. Oh, never mind. Oh no, there's going to be an echo on my audio. Hold on. Yeah.
All right. I'm all set.
You're all set for what?
I don't know. Or anything. Bring it on. Oh, we got 17 people. We didn't expect even 10 people joining us, but so that's great.
Shall we start with the... Are you set up, Amrita?
Yes.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought we'd start with the Rocky Rani Ki Prem Kahani trailer. Talk about that a little bit. We haven't even had a chance to talk about it, right?
Yeah.
No.
Like, Amrita, you were traveling, Sujoy was busy, so we actually haven't heard each other's reaction on it. And it's funny because we obviously posted the reaction on the teaser earlier, and I have to say I love it when I have to eat crow publicly. I think there's such a difference between the teaser and the trailer. But I want to hear your guys' thoughts. Amrita, what did you think of the trailer? Has it changed anything that you thought of the teaser or from Tum Kya Mile?
I think Karan kind of knew, or at least would have suspected the kind of shitstorm that was coming his way with Tum Mile, because Tum Kya Mile.
I think somebody at Dharma listens to Khandaan podcast. I think that's what's happening.
We are their unofficial focus group.
I will say that I wasn't expecting Twitter to go full on unhinged the way that they did. That sort of gave me pause, because you know how it is, like you see something and you're just like it doesn't really give me the feels, which is a very normal reaction to have for a teaser, a trailer, a song, whatever it might be, okay, so I've just looked at this content and it's not really contenting for me, right? And then Twitter, because it's Twitter, they just went on a complete completely different tangent where there were people who were just like, Ranveer can never be a rom-com hero because he doesn't stand there and let her hair slap him in the face.
Yeah.
And
I was one of those people. I was one of those.
I was just like, what?
I was like,
people.
Shahrukh wali feel nahi aa rahi.
But then, like, Shahrukh wali feel to kabhi nahi aane wali na, because
Yeah.
it's Shahrukh. Like, there's nobody else in the past 30 years who's given the Shahrukh wali feeling. So I wasn't expecting that. I'm still not a fan of the way Ranveer has been presented in this film versus Alia. I think Alia in the whole like sari thing, like, she looks really good. And they've already, again, the deranged fans on Twitter have already begun being like, look at Alia in Rocky or Rani, and then look at Deepika in Piku. Who do you think did it better? And I'm just like, why can't you just like enjoy things? Like, I don't understand.
Why Piku? Because they're
Bengali.
Bengali.
Yeah.
So all Bengalis need to look alike.
Exactly. But it's just, I will say that in the trailer though, like my favorite bit was actually Jaya Bhadre. I think she's playing the villain, which I love it. Like I want to see more like grumpy, cantankerous Jaya, because she just sells it when she's just like, I'll just show your pyar ki auqad. I'm like, yes, show it. Show me the pyar ki auqad.
I think a friend of our podcast, Sal, she tweeted about, how Jaya Bhaduri famously, she's Bengali and she's playing the Randhawa.
Punjabi.
And then Shabana Azmi, who is from Lucknow, she's playing Bengali. And the switcheroo is really interesting. It's going to be fun. I am totally sold on this trailer, man. I've watched this multiple times. I'm ready for the amped up to 11 Bollywood masala to unfold on big screen. And this looks like a big screen experience, right? The Durga Puja hasn't Durga Puja like this. You will see how Navami is done.
But let's be honest, like we were going to watch this movie no matter what. Even if we absolutely hated everything.
Yeah.
We would still, but it's just interesting to me. There's so many different things about this, about just Karan Johar's filmmaking in general that we kind of forget in all the K3G poo nonsense. Mm-hmm. And one of the things that Karan keeps going back to is this sort of like regionalism where, in Kal Ho Na Ho, it was Gujaratis are like funny.
Yeah.
In this one, it appears to be like, like cultural clash between, Punjabis and Bengalis. And I am fully already looking forward to the meltdowns on Twitter by Punjabis and by Bengalis. And it is going to make my week when it happens.
I think I can already see the meme potential just from the trailer itself. And like when the trailer started, I thought, I didn't know what this movie was going to be about, but it felt like it was going to be sort of in the two states territory, which is already done by Alia and it was Arjun back then. And I think they kind of revealed quite a bit in the trailer, which kind of, they shouldn't have done that about the whole switching families and all of that. But other than that, I'm really looking forward to it. That Tagore joke just got me. Dadaji.
But also that was like, because Beth and I always talk about like how no Bengali film is Bengali enough without like a Tagore portrait in it. Like there's always like one Tagore and like one Swami Vivekananda portrait somewhere, in the background. So it just made me laugh that the Tagore painting was called out.
Is this really a thing? Do Bengali people have full of Tagore?
Yeah, they do.
Interesting. Okay.
It's a factual stereotype.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I'm super excited. I'm really glad because I was one of those guys that I was like, oh, I miss Shah Rukh. I don't see Ranveer being this kind of dharma hero when I saw the song. But they're not presenting him as a dharma hero. They're just basically presenting him as himself, I feel. And that's actually good because I think I don't know, I've not liked him that much in like Ram Leela kind of situation with the SLB lens, but I feel the Karan Johar lens I'll appreciate a lot more. I think it'll be a much more tempered thing, and I just miss Karan Johar's filmmaking. Like I'm not making any qualms about it. I just like his filmmaking and I miss it, and I'm really glad something like we've seen a lot from the. From his Dharma juniors that have kind of a bit of the same setup, the same production values. But Karan is Karan, and you see why he is who he is, and he's definitely upped his game in terms of everything, like production design and sets and clothing, all of the things that we know Karan for. He's like gone like 10 times fold, and I think it looks amazing. I'm very, very excited. I didn't expect the movie to have this vibe, but I'm really happy. I'm kind of happy that he seems to have a good control of what he wanted to do, and that's what he's doing. And that's ultimately what you want from a filmmaker, right? Like have a vision and stick to it and not water it down. So I thought like it has that, at the end, that laundry joke with the mom, that's very typical Karan, it has the opulent set, like is that the Durga Puja, the one in the red set? Like it looks massive. Like we've seen was it Brahmastra and stuff like that, but this looks like a whole nother level. Like it looks just amazing. So I'm very, very happy.
It does look like Zamindar versus Zamindar,
So apparently, like, I don't know how true this is, but apparently this was a movie that Sohail Khan had the rights to. Like he had the script, and it was supposed to be like like Punjabis on either side of the border or something like that. Okay. Like it was supposed to be like a
Karan is not
family.
Touching that.
No. And then apparently it was supposed to be remade with Fawad. Once, I guess like Salman, like if it's Sohail, then Salman must have been the first choice. But eventually it was supposed to be made with Fawad. And then, of course, like the whole thing with Fawad happened. So that's how it cycled down to Dharma. And then Karan bought the rights to the script, and then he just made it into Bengali versus Punjabi. We'll watch it. Why not?
What do you guys think about Tum Kya Mile as a song, the first song to be released, or the
honestly at this point, like all of Arijit's songs are just blending into one song for me. Like I can't tell the difference. I'm just like, there's this one song that he's been singing continuously for the past 5 years, and like sometimes I just like listen to something and I'm like, what is this song? And it turns out like it's a song that came out like 3 years ago, and I have no memory of it. And this is not me being a hater. Like I don't hate Arijit. I make fun of him like hiding behind hiding under Preetham's desk to get the songs and whatever. But it doesn't come from a place of like hate. Like I think he's a fantastic singer. He is talented. Like he's not like the Neha Kakkar of the film industry, but he's just overexposed at this point.
Yeah.
And it just sounds very alike. Like everything just sounds very alike. And I can't connect to any of these songs.
Like the song gives me like definitely it's trying to emulate the Dharma vibe of Kuch Kuch Hota Hai with that Dholak sound and everything and the strings. It's a very quintessential Bollywood the tune and the melody. But it's like if you compare it with what came before this or in all the Dharma soundtracks, it's quite subpar by that standard. But having said that,
but you're singing it, Sujoy.
Yes, that's the thing. I have not been able to stop myself from humming it. It's like so catchy. I just can't stop myself humming this song. It's so catchy.
Did you see our friend Pulkit Kocher's little reel that he made, like about 2 types of Bollywood fans? They're constantly complaining about Arijit singing, but they're also constantly singing the songs. Yeah. I thought I laughed for 10 minutes when I saw that video.
Yeah. Shout out to Pulkit.
Yeah, Don Vito in the comments is saying that we need to bring Atif back, and that's never gonna happen. Like
only
anybody,
via AI. Via AI, we can get it back.
everybody on that side of the border is basically lost to us forever. Like it's never gonna happen. Yeah, sorry.
I have been listening to all those AI remixes, recreations. It's just
okay. Do you
I'm
want
quite
to
divisive on it, but
yeah.
I still have
Do you want to tell everyone what that is? Because I don't feel like everyone has the context, like what you're talking about.
So there is this DJ, I can't exactly remember, DJ MRA, I think, or MRX. I can't exactly remember. They have a YouTube channel, and they've been releasing these AI recreations of different songs that have been out in Bollywood, and they've been recreated using different voices, different playback singers, right? So they kind of remixed De Dardeya from Tu Jhooti Mein Makar in the voice of KK, in the voice of Sonu Nigam. And then the Tere Vaste, which came out a couple of weeks ago, which is now a very big hit. I thought it had the vibe of Adnan Sami, and they sort of remixed it in the voice of Atif Aslam, KK, Adnan Sami, Sonu Nigam, and released the full track even in their voices. So I'm quite conflicted about what it means for the future of, original songs sung by original artists. But also, KK is no longer with us, and the whole fantasy of, what if KK had sung De Dardeya is now realized. I could listen to that as a reality. I'm conflicted, but I'm still consuming it. That's where I am.
I think it's the so one thing that you should know is like the enunciation in these songs, the AI versions are significantly like subpar. Like you can tell that they're not like enunciating it properly because like obviously it's like a program that's like doing the best that it can. But I think I am really uncomfortable with the KK versions more than any other versions because the others can at least, advocate for themselves. Mm-hmm. But KK, because he's passed away, it's just I'm just so uncomfortable with it. And I say that as somebody who, like, from the moment I heard Be Daddiya, I was like, this is a KK song. Like, I wanted to hear KK sing the song. And that will never happen except through AI. And I'm just like, I don't want to do that.
It was also, I had the same feeling when I was watching The Flash in DC, and they have a Christopher Reeves, spoiler if you haven't seen The Flash, at the end you have Christopher Reeves at the end as Superman. And that is weird. Like, is the estate making decisions that they can use their, likeness? That's kind of creepy, right? But the AI versions, I'm really enjoying them though. Like, I love Atif's version of Tere Vaste and stuff like that. I even liked Ariana Grande's version. I don't know if you guys have heard that one. It's just fun. But I think, there's going to be like a massive lawsuit one day. And then things are going to get regulated because it's literally the Wild West at the moment. So,
legal systems and copyrights are still trying to catch up with artificial intelligence. Everybody is trying to catch up with, the ever-changing world of artificial intelligence and what it implies in different, artistic fields, be it from creating digital art to music to movies and everything. But having said that, I heard the Sonu Nigam AI recreation, and AI cannot recreate.
No, it can. Even Atif, it can't. Like, it's close. It has some of the voices. It's similar, but they would never sing it this way. They would be the voices would be much bigger. By the way, one thing I really enjoyed, I wanted to plug this on Mashable. They have this new series where they break down a song. Like, they go to the composers and they speak how they built up the song. So I watched the version with Ore Pia. Yeah. And I watched the one with Salim Suleiman. And then I watched the one with Mithun, who did Tumiho. And it's really, really cool. So they show you the original clips and how they edited it. And it's really interesting. It's, they did that whole series where they're sitting in a car and going through Mumbai, I think. Yeah. It's kind of like that, but with composers. And they've got one with Kumar Sanu that I haven't seen yet. And quite a few other songs. If you go to the Mashable India channel, it's a really fun kind of breakdown of these big, massive songs. Shall we read a few of the comments we're seeing here?
Yeah.
Yeah, so Nazia Khan is saying like, but were we bored of Udit Narayan, Alka, etc. in the 90s? And the answer is no, we were not.
No.
But also, I feel like it wasn't the same, right? Like right now, Arijit is just singing everything, like literally everything. It doesn't matter if it's rock, it doesn't matter if it's bhangra, it doesn't matter if it's a ballad. Like Arijit is just going to be like the person who's like default on everything.
There's also the question of accessibility, right? Now, if you want to listen to anything, you can just pick up your phone and click, and everything is available at your, it's just a click away. Before then, you had to go buy a tape or wait for Chitrahar to play it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So your media consumption is so limited. Now you can consume as much as you can. And that's why, go for it.
There's two more things that I thought about why this bugs us a bit more is there's much less female singers singing. So obviously then if it skews to male, it's going to be male heavy, which is a big problem. The second thing is there's not great composers anymore, right? Like back in the day, we had like quite a few composers. Now we have A.R. Rahman and Pritam. That's pretty much it. And the rest is remixing things, right? So, and A.R. Rahman has kind of stepped away a little bit from Bollywood movies anyway. He's not getting the big projects as much. And then it's Pritam who's dropping maybe 2 albums a year. And I think that's also kind of probably playing.
Like, even if you consider Tum Kya Mile, right, from Rocky or Rani, Shreya is a much bigger singer than Arijit is. But in the song, you get to hear like 20% Shreya and 80% Arijit.
Yeah. Even on the poster, she didn't get billing when they dropped the song. Shreya wasn't on there. It was like a new song by Pritam with, all of this. And her name was not even on there. So that's
and also, I feel like going back to the thing about there just being like two composers, I think both Amit Trivedi and Ajay Atul are two of the most like unluckiest composer duos in history. Because they consistently put out like great music. They're experimenting with voices, with genres. They're like trying so many different things, but every single time they just compose for like the worst movies that, seem like it's going to be a great deal and that seem like it's going to be a huge hit. And they always turn out to be like Adi Purush, and then nobody remembers that song and nobody even knows that any of that stuff came out. And I just feel bad for both of them. Ajay Atul and all three of them, I guess. But yeah, it sucks.
Yeah. I'm seeing a comment here from our friend Irfan, who's a Patreon follower. So thank you for that, Irfan. I don't know if anyone has watched Man Like Mubin, but I would love to hear your thoughts and see if you could get Guz Khan as a guest. Drop Guz Khan an email, man. If he wants to come on, he's a great guy anyway. So I'd love to. I don't know how I could finagle that myself. Have you guys watched Man Like Mubin? For you, it's difficult, right? It's on BBC iPlayer. So Amrit, I don't know if you've heard of it.
Some episodes, and mostly I come across like clips on TikTok.
Right.
That's how I am familiar with the many segments of Man Like Movie, but I haven't necessarily gone back and watched full episodes yet.
Amrita, have you heard of Man Like Movie?
I've heard of it, but I haven't.
You don't have access to it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that show. It's amazing. It has that combination of being kind of a Scorsese Goodfella, but in Birmingham Desi culture, mixed in with a hilarious comedy. And even now in the last 2 seasons, it's quite dark. It ends quite dark. And that's a new flavor that they've added into it, which I'm not 100% sold on, but I'm just such a fan of his work, even on stage and the person he is on Twitter. Mm-hmm. So whatever Gus does, I'm super, fan of his. And I think Man Like Mubin is amazing. The last season is great. It is on BBC iPlayer, so not everybody can have access to it. I don't even know if US has access to it through BritBox or something like that. But if you haven't watched Man Like Mubin, definitely do. I love that show. And yeah, if Gus wants to come on the show, happy to have him on for sure.
Okay, I'm going to bring attention to somebody called Tender Coconut 88, who basically just left a comment called Shamita. That's Shamita comment was amazing.
I didn't even understand that joke. I had to go to Twitter to understand the joke because I'm so out of Big Brother. Then I think Shamita Shetty, she tweeted something about it. I was like, oh, this Shamita, she was in Big Boss. So I don't watch Big Boss. I didn't get that joke, and I didn't know she's popular again. So this was all new for me. Raga Vintage says we miss SRK's neck sniffing. Yeah, I think we all do.
So Devansh is talking about like how Animal was postponed because of its songs, which did we know it's postponed because of its songs? Like I thought it was other stuff.
I saw Sandeep Vanga do a Twitter video or something like that. He was saying basically because the movie is being shot in 3 languages, the songs then need, there's like a lot of songs. I think there's 7 or 8 songs in it. There's a lot of songs in there. And basically it then becomes, 23 songs or 28 songs in terms of post-production. So that's what he was saying of why the delay is happening. And then I shut down the video because there's only so much of him that I wanted to listen to. So that's what I thought was the explanation they were giving. So, but I'll be honest, I'm okay with delays about movies. If it's really about, making it better, I'm fine with it. Maybe Adipurush should have been delayed by 7 years or something like that. We would have gotten a better movie out of that one,
I don't think so. I still, it's been a month and I still don't know how the ending happened. I need Sujoy to also watch this movie so he can join us in our collective trauma. And then also maybe he can figure out what happened in the ending because I still don't know how that movie ended. It seems wild that I'm saying that I don't know how the Ramayana ended, but I swear to God, I don't know how this ended. But yeah, anyway. Faz is here. Hi, Faz. Just like the thing.
Everybody is hating on Jubin Nautiyal, and they want Jubin Nautiyal to stop and bring bring Atif back. Yeah.
Did we have any questions or any mail that we wanted to talk about?
Sorry?
I don't know. You were saying something about questions or mail or something that you wanted to talk about?
Yeah. So I got a few here that I can read out. These are a bit older, but we haven't had a chance to really read them, so I'll read them now. Dear Asim, Amrita and Sujoy, this is from another Amrita, by the way. Hello from Mumbai, from a long-time listener, first-time mailer. 90s kid, I have always enjoyed the podcast, even though I tend to sometimes have a rose-tinted memory of many of the movies you diss, since I last watched them mostly 20 years ago. I think that happens to us too, right? We have fond memories of certain movies. We rewatch them and what the hell were we watching? But yeah. That's
literally our podcast.
That's the entire concept of the podcast, yeah. But I was almost obligated to write to you after your recent episode on Bhai's latest. It absolutely cracked me up. I truly believe it was infinitely more entertaining than the film. However, I cannot confirm this because I do not intend to watch it ever. I had a scary thought that Salman is slowly morphing into Dev Anand in his later years.
Oh, man.
Opposite increasingly younger heroines, acting and writing, producing his own unique brand of trash. How I long for the days of Bajrangi Bhaijaan, which was competent cinema at the very least. On the other hand, I hope Khandaan Trio continues the podcast for many more years to come, which wish you all the best. Sujoy, I believe Mo means attachment and is not shorthand for Mohabbat, but I think the other brothers should have been appropriately named Arbaz, Sohail and Arpita.
Okay. I'm so surprised people are really listening to Kisi Ka Bhai Kisi Ki Jaan with so much more attention than the actual movie itself.
So there's a story going around that Salman apparently got in touch with Sanjay Leela Bhansali to say, let's make Inshallah, which, okay, all right.
I mean, No, there was also news
Asim's
that
face.
no, I mean honestly, it's the best collaboration possible. But
Yeah.
Salman needs to eat humble pie, and I don't see him doing that. To do that, I think they're all probably like egomaniacs, both of them. So it's going to be tough to find maybe something. But I think there was definitely news that Salman is not doing home productions anymore for the next few movies, which I can only applaud, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think if he just takes a breather after Tiger and Pathan versus Tiger or War 3, whatever he's part of, and then just kind of like regroups and thinks about what he wants to do, I think that would be
Fire
a good thing
fire
for
all
of
his
us.
yes men.
Yeah.
No, he won't do that.
And,
He won't do that.
Set fire to Panvel.
What's this?
बेचारे घोड़े कहाँ जाएंगे?
His farmhouse in Panvel, just set fire to it, not do any more of the fresh deodorant adverts and stuff like that.
So apparently, so the other, I don't know why, but my Insta feed was showing me these clips from the old Salman Karishma movies, from the 90s. And oh my God, it was just so terrible to watch that, where they look so amazing together. They're just like two kids having fun. Salman can actually like move his body. He's dancing, that 90s choreo. He's like nailing it. Karishma is like selling the heck out of it. They're like having fun on screen. And then I just have all this memory of like Zika Bhai or like Radhe and stuff, where Salman looks like he's undergoing a lobotomy on screen in the middle of the song, like he literally does not want to be there. Like he does not want to be in that movie. He does not want to be on that set. He does not want to be doing any of the things that they're asking him to do. And he's like grudging every single second of it. And it's so sad. Like, I'm just like, like, uncle, maybe it's time for retirement. Like, like do something else. Like, you're clearly not having fun. Like, Pathan was the first time that I saw him have fun in a very long time, you know? And, maybe...
Shah Rukh is the only one he has chemistry with anymore, That's one of the problems, right?
Yeah. Like, who's he gonna have chemistry with? Like, Disha Patni and, Pooja Hegde? Like, no, it's not gonna happen.
Yeah. Irfan is saying Salman is apparently doing Suraj's movie, Suraj Bharjata's movie, Prem Ki Shaadi. I mean...
Kitni baar karega Prem Ki Shaadi? Like...
No, but also like, he burned us with the last one with casting him opposite Sonam, right? So it's not even something I'm excited about. Like if Suraj can get some... Yeah, if you can get some decent casting, then maybe, maybe if you get Madhuri back or Juhi, like imagine Juhi and Salman finally getting together. That would be something that, nobody, like neither of them would want to do it, but I would want to watch that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Prem Ki Shaadi makes me think that it's going to be like Salman Swayamvar, and I am not ready for that movie. Like I cannot. I'm sorry, I just cannot.
When somebody says Swayamvar, the first thing that comes to my mind is Rakhi Sawant. I don't know why. They have that show, right? Rakhi Ka Swayamvar.
Oh, also like there was this, we have to talk about Gadar, right? Like that is because Amisha Patel is everywhere on social media.
But I did watch the song.
I wanna give a shout out to Tender Coconut, who texted me on Twitter and was just like, I see Gadar 2 is coming out and Sunny's lost his wife again. कितनी बार पाकिस्तानियों के हाथों अपनी बीवी को गवाएगा नालायक, like at least get a bodyguard or something for her.
And have you guys noticed that Amisha Patel's eyes are purple colored in Urja Kale Kawa?
I mean, that is way down the list. Like, look at her face. Like, my God, like that is. Yeah, she's not I don't want to shame someone, but Amisha has led a hard life and it's showing on her face. Like that is not And then also like she's saying like the weirdest shit. Like she's like people are ready for wholesome entertainment because apparently streaming is full of homosexuality and lesbianism. And I'm just like, what?
Which version of OTT does she have? Like, does she have like?
Amisha, get off Pornhub.
Yeah, somebody else's account is logged in. I think. Stop sharing passwords, Amrita.
like don't tell people like what's happening on your Insta feed because like I don't think she knows how the algorithm works. And it's like,
Did you see that guy that posted his explore page on Instagram? And he was like, "Why is Instagram like this?" And it was just like all porn, like. And it was like, dude, it's because that's what you watch. And I got worried. I was like, what is, because I never go to Instagram that much. So I was like, what does my explore page looks like? And it was all Salman Khan pictures. Mostly shirtless.
I'm surprised there's no Katrina.
It's a what?
And I'm surprised your explore page does not have any Katrina.
It does. I mean, for jokes purposes, I did go to the whole thing.
It's Katrina and Salman.
Katrina and Salman, yeah. Shall I read another email?
Yeah.
Go for it.
So, hi, this is from Ishan. Hi, Khandaan team. Love the show. I started... I might have read this one before, but for obvious reasons, I'm reading it again. Love the show. I started listening only recent. Asim, I have to tell you, you're my favorite.
Oh.
I really appreciate the insights you bring to the pod. Also, as an Indian, I would like to apologize to you all for the Adab Janab portrayals in the Hindi film industry. You guys also take on a stand on social issues when it matters. So kudos. Thank you all for the laughs and joys. Rohan.
Hi, Rohan. Thank you. Thanks for the
Thanks,
message.
Rohan. Yeah.
That was sweet. Yeah. I like being people's favorite.
Oh, do we want to tell people why we didn't do the meetup? Because we promised them that we'd do a meetup while I was in London, and then that never happened.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if you want to devolve, kind of, like, we're cooking some things, basically, yes. I think. We've got some great plans for Khandaan, and if you sign up to Patreon, you'll probably hear about them first. But we are working on a few bigger projects. I think a lot of our listeners have been asking, can you do this? Can you step out of the Khan zone a little bit? So I think those people asking for that will be satisfied. And I think it's also kind of speaking to our strengths as a podcast. So, I mean, keep your eyes out. We're working on 2 projects that will be really, really cool. So I don't know if I can say more, but that basically took all of our time. And we made a really cool hangout video that we're going to be posting only on Patreon. So sign up for $1 and you can watch the video. I need to do the editing, or Papu Charu, she's here. She will do the editing. One or the other will do it. And then that video will give a bit more about what we've been doing for the last few months. You guys have been traveling also. So I think that's why we weren't able to do a meetup. But inshallah, we'll do one again soon. Or it's going to be me and Sujoy bringing the coffee.
Well, it's funny because we recorded the video, and in the video we were talking about our plans for the future, the things that we're doing, and then literally the next hour, we finished recording and then we were talking further, and then we just completely changed our plans. So I just want to give this one, caveat, which is you can watch the video, and the video will tell you a bunch of things, but are things going to follow that plan? Probably not.
Typical of Khandaan to start talking first and then do the planning.
We were like, we're going to do this, and then we were like, not like that. So yeah, it's just, yeah.
Hello, Don Vito 7773 writes, please don't step out of the Khan zone. My God, I don't want a Ajay Devgan recap.
Don, we need to go after the RSS fandom. There's no other way we can get big. We need money. So
We
if we have
also want the Pan Masala fandom to join us. We need the Pan Masala sponsors. So
It's really funny that there were three people in that ad. There was Shah Rukh, there was Akshay, and there was Ajay. And somehow it's only Ajay who gets completely jacked for that Pan Masala ad. I don't know why, but everybody is just like Vimal Devgan. And I'm just like so sad.
Wait, he gets jacked up for a Vimal ad?
No. Like, as in, like, he gets like trashed for it.
Oh,
like,
okay.
On like everywhere, like on the internet, everybody's just like, oh yeah, Ajay Devgan sells himself for Pan Masala, and I'm like, there were two other guys in it. Like, at the most, people remember Akshay. People are just like, oh yeah, remember when like Akshay made this whole like and he did it, and then he was just like, I apologize because my fans don't expect this behavior from me. And then everybody was like, yeah, but you're still on it. Like, they didn't take your face off anything. But yeah, Shah Rukh was there. And like, nobody ever says boo about Shah Rukh. Everybody's just like, yeah, like, Shah Rukh gotta make those coins, like, go ahead.
Like, even Pan Masala cannot make Shah Rukh any less classy. You know what I mean? And then Ajay Devgan doing Pan Masala is really not classic.
And I like Ajay, just to say, I do I even watch Bhola, guys. Like, I've watched it myself. Nobody paid me.
With my eyes.
With my eyes engaged. I watched Bhola and I gave it like 1 star on it.
A friend of mine, Amrita, not you, Amrita, but another Amrita, she said she listened to the podcast, right? And then she went to watch Bhola. And every time the background score goes, Bhola, she remembers when I made that sound on the podcast.
Sujoy, how can you have another friend named Amrita? I think one Amrita should be, enough. Like,
unfair.
I don't watch Amrita sing movies because this Amrita is,
That's right.
Shall I read an email?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was thinking, like, when we're done with this live and recording, we can maybe invite some people if they want to have a chat directly with us for 20 minutes. It's not going to get recorded on the podcast because it's not set up this way. But at the end, if somebody wants to ask a question, we can do 20 minutes of that. That would be nice. But anyway, this is from Becca. I just want to thank you all for hosting Khandaan Podcast over the years and creating such a lovely corner of the internet. Seeing a new episode has dropped is the highlight of my week. The past month has been difficult for many reasons and my brain feels like mush. So I'm not taking in too much new content, but I've been re-listening to all of your old episodes and you'll never fail to make me laugh. I come away feeling refreshed just as I've been hanging out and goofing around with friends. I hope you're having a great time in London and the meetup was a success. This is an older email I think I might have read this. I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, always good to hear that we make people happy. That's all we really want to do,
Mwah, to Becca.
Yeah. Have you guys been watching anything lately?
No. I've been traveling.
Yeah. I watched Afwa on Netflix not too long ago.
The Sudhir Mishra movie.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, tell everyone what I made you watch, Asan.
So Amrita, by the way, Amrita was I was blessed enough to have Amrita as a house guest for a couple of days. Strong recommend of having Amrita as a house guest. She's one of the best house guests ever. And she also has excellent, it's a lot of pressure when you have to choose a movie for a group of people and it needs to be like, I have a daughter and we're older, like we've seen different things. So picking up a movie is difficult. So Amrita was in charge of picking movies and I have to see she had 100% success rate. Everything she picked out was amazing. We all loved it. The last movie we started watching was Chalti Ka Naam Gaadi. And I'm not 100% sure why she picked this movie, but I would think 50% was to troll me live. So I had literally never watched this movie. I'd not heard of this. I mean, I know the title, but everything was new for me. And Amrita was watching the screen half and then half watching my reaction to the movie. So we didn't watch the whole thing. I think I quit 50% in, but I want to go finish the rest of it because I had a lot of fun, mostly because I thought, oh, this song is from this movie and this song is from that movie, which I didn't know. So all of the songs I knew, I just didn't know they were in this movie. And
I think one of my favorite memories is of like looking over and like your wife was just like sitting on her chair, like, what is happening? Like she was having a full-on like out-of-body experience, trying to understand what was going on, and I felt really bad for her. And that's when I was like, like she can change the movie if she wants to, but I was like, Asen, you watch it to the.
No, she's the one saying that I have to finish watching it because she loves you so much. We're gonna watch this whole movie. I was like, okay, dekh lenge.
It was just really funny.
It is funny though because it starts immediately like with these jokes of like, तूने सुबह लड़की देखी तो गाड़ी नहीं चल रही, and I was like, what's going on? Like, what is the connection? Like, misogyny से चलती है गाड़ी, misogyny से चलती है. So yeah, you have to readjust your, mindset and stuff like that. But that's what I'm saying, like we have a good memory of these movies. We rewatch them, and then you're like, wait a minute, this is kind of weird. So, but yeah, it's a product of its time, I guess, right?
That's one way of putting it. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I was gonna say I watched Afwa too, by the way.
Yes.
And the reason why I watched Afwa was because remember when there was I think either Kerala Files came out the same or like slightly later than Afwa, and Kerala Files was like a huge, massive hit, and nobody went to see Afwa, and Sudhir Mishra had made the tweet like, right wing supports their cinema, why can't liberals and left wing support our cinema? So it was kind of funny. Like I remember that statement, and it was like the other thing was like Bhumi Pednekar was in it, and I have to say, I feel she's never made a bad movie like Bhumi Pednekar. Am I wrong in that? Like unless I've missed one, but when she's in there, it's usually a good or at least a watchable movie. So I thought, I'll watch it. And remember, we were also talking about, Nawazuddin Siddique, that he wasn't able to pick up the mantle from Irfan. And I think that's what they were positioning him as. And now he's making, Tiku weds Sheru or whatever that thing is. Like, so his career is a bit weird. So I thought Afwa might be more in his range. But I think the thing is with like a movie, I don't know, I've not watched these right-wing movies like Kerala Files or Kashmir Files or Kerala Story, I think, right? But I think it's like the conservatives or right-wing watch this movie and they kind of come out with a sense of maybe victory or we've been wronged and that kind of thing. Like, yeah, we're going to get them back and we're going to kill some Muslims. I don't know what these movies are about, right? But like when you watch like the left wing of issue-based movie, you just end up being depressed, man. You're like, yeah, so the world is shit. We can't do anything about it. And nothing is going to get better. So like, that's the feeling I had watching Afwa. Like, it's a really, I mean, it has some good intentions for sure. It has some message into it. Not a message that I hadn't figured out already, but it's very, I don't know what the point of it is at the end of it. It's not necessarily entertaining. And I think it's this idea about, we cannot escape the tragedy India is part of. And even if we want to make changes as a good person, we will fail. So, I mean, I don't know if that's like a movie.
Very defeatist.
Yeah. Want to watch. So, yeah, that's why, like, I didn't recommend Afwa or anything like that. And that's also probably the reason why people didn't want to flock to watch those. I think if you want to make a left-wing or a liberal movie, you can make it, but it also needs to be entertaining. And I think that's just where they're dropping the ball. And also a very weird role for Nawazuddin Siddiqui. He's playing an American-born marketing genius or an ad genius. And he has to speak in English and he does a TED talk. and then he's riding around with the very fancy Range Rovers in these villages or whatever you want to call it. And yeah, I don't know. It just felt very off, this movie, in terms of vibe. So I can't recommend it, unfortunately. So yeah, that's Afwa. Those are my thoughts on Afwa.
Are any of you gonna watch Satyaprem Ki Katha? Because Zara Hatke, Zara Bachke.
I'll watch both of them. I think Satyaprem Ki Katha is so surprising because we kind of dogged on it on the previous episode, and it got pretty much good reviews across the board. Like, people I trust. No?
It's kind of divisive. I see the internet completely divided into two camps. One is completely positive about the movie and how it surprised them. The other is like, this feels very much like a savior complex movie. And yeah, all of those are on my timeline. I don't know. I'm still quite divided on whether Karthik Aaryan can pull it off. That's why. But I might check it out.
The market is convinced, man. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. We're maybe not convinced, but the market is convinced.
But that's kind of the thing, right? Like, somebody on Twitter was pointing out that, maybe it was Twitter, maybe it was somewhere else, but somebody was pointing out that, like Zara Hatke, Zara Bachke is a bona fide hit. Like, it's, it's got legs. It's been running for more than a month. It's pulling in the numbers, and everybody keeps talking about it as if like, oh my God, like this poor thing, like we should put it out of its misery. Like, it's just crawling over the finish line. Whereas Satyaprem Ki Katha is not doing as well as Zara Hatke, Zara Bachke, but everybody's just like, oh my God, what an amazing film. Like, look at the success that it's got, like, etc. So it's that's very much...
That's what we were discussing on the last episode, right? Like, okay, maybe Karthik Aaryan doesn't have nepotism support, but he has so much support from the machinery behind it. And this is where it shows really in the Zara Hatke kind of situation.
Yeah.
I did find it funny because with Zara Hatke, Zara Batke, Sara Ali Khan, she was really giving me Kareena Kapoor vibes in Jab We Met session, where she didn't see it coming at all that this movie would be a hit. She was like, oh no, like Jab We Met, like I just did this movie, a session is going to be the big hit. And Sara Ali Khan did not expect this movie to be a big hit at all. So I'm glad for her though. Like, yeah. I'm also glad that Vicky Kaushal has pull at the box office, which is, this is really their pull, and I think that's kind of cool. I don't know. We can't say that it's the Katrina Kaif shine, right? Like, it has, he has pull, which is good. Like, I'm glad about it. Maybe more than Varun Dhawan has at this moment.
What is? We have to talk about Bawal.
Thank you, Asim, for that.
But this is basically Varun's problem, right? Like, his movie's teaser came out and we literally forgot all about it. And I think that we three actually like Varun. Yeah. Like, we are not even like Varun haters, but we completely forgot, and we simply, like, Wasim made like a throwaway line. But yeah, Asim, what did you think about the Bawal teaser?
I loved it. I really liked it. I liked it. I thought I didn't see the for spoilers. Like, it ends with the shot in like a Nazi gas chamber, which is like.
It? I don't. Whoa. Okay, sorry. 1 second.
Blair Witch.
So, Joy, that reference is too old even for. Oh man. People don't even know the Blair Witch anymore.
But. From the makers of what is it? Dangal and Chichore, right? And what's his name? Nitesh
Tiwari.
Yeah. I mean, it was surprising that a movie made by that director, starring Varun and Janhvi, drops on OTT. It feels like there is some sort of a reason behind it. Maybe the end product, when they showed it to focus groups, they were like not convinced of it becoming they were sort of convinced that this would tank at the box office, so straight to OTT kind of thing.
What I also find surprising is with this OTT that they don't have a music strategy, right? Like normally used to be already fan of the songs before the movie came out, and even with the Rocky or Rani, we've literally heard one song, and the movie's coming out in 10 days, right?
Yeah.
Like, how is that? Like, what is happening? Like, why is the music not being promoted? Yeah. Same thing with Bawal. It's literally going to drop in July. Like, actually pretty soon, I think, even in June maybe, right?
No, it's already July.
Oh, sorry. No. Yeah, it's dropping soon now, if I'm not mistaken. And we don't know any of the songs. We literally got a trailer, like, this week. And, so I don't know what they're going to do with the music. Like, what's that sound? Is that on your end? No.
I think so. Somebody's mowing their garden or something.
Okay.
I was randomly watching a YouTube video which had like all the Bollywood hits over the years from the 90s till now, starting with Ashiki and how each year how many units they sold. And you can see literally when it comes towards the 2000s and the late 2000s, the number of, after K3G sort of, the number of cassettes or the audio units they sold declined so sharp. And obviously now, I don't think movie soundtracks are even released on CDs or there's no physical media as such.
I know.
And so like the incentive of the whole music strategy, I don't know if filmmakers make any money out of music rights or anything.
I'm sure they make money out of music rights, but somebody was saying that the new music model is that you're basically gonna make money on tour, so you don't really get paid for for singing. Instead, you're supposed to like do concerts and stuff and like make your money that way.
You were saying something about the Bawal trailer, Amrita, before you fell out.
Yes.
About the gas chambers we were talking?
I mean, I don't know why they're in the gas chambers, but I don't actually, everyone kept saying Nazi gas chambers. I don't know if those were Nazi gas chambers. They were just like full of like weird, like bald people for some reason. Like, I don't even know like what that was about. Like, I don't know what, like they're in Copenhagen for some reason, like on the river, but being very sad. And like, I don't know what is happening.
So
like,
someone had the fan theory that it might involve some sort of a time travel and they are caught in like World War II period somehow. I don't know.
Why is she dressed why is she dressed the way she is? If that's what it is. And why is she the only one with hair? Like, what is happening? I really hope it's some sort of like nightmare sequence or something, because I would not, like, I have feelings about that kind of bullshit.
But I think they're trying to create some intrigue, right? And I think that's working, right? We're asking questions that they want us to ask, like, what is it about? What's going on? So I think that's already more interest than we would have had if they just dropped it like Kuli number 1 or something like that, right? Or Govinda Mera Naam. So I think that's kind of smart. And I like these two, so I'm excited to watch it anyway. I think it's and I also he's done only 2-3 movies around Nitish Tiwari, but they've been really good. So maybe we need to have some faith in the filmmaker. I do wonder about Varun, right? Like, his career has really gotten off track, unfortunately. So I hope he can kind of bring it back, because I do like him a lot. So, yeah. Is it Siddharth? Right? Siddharth is doing better at the moment, right? Like, he's...
Siddharth, you mean?
Kiara's debuted with. Is it Siddharth or Siddharth? Siddharth, right?
Siddharth.
Yeah,
Siddharth.
He's doing better. He married Kiara Advani. He's had like Shersha. He had like a good song, Rata Lambiyan. He's doing Yogi. He's doing Rohit Shetty series, isn't he? Who would have thought this a couple of years ago, right? Like, Varun really fumbled here, unfortunately.
But he had Bhedia.
Which
Bhedia
flop?
was a flop.
Yeah.
Like a giant flop.
Yeah, giant flop. Yeah. So
yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
Okay.
I think that's our show, to be honest.
Yeah, I think I'm going to stop the recording over here. But if anybody wants to join us and have a question for us on Insta, we can do that for like 5 minutes. So just send us a request. I have one. Rupa, Rupa wants to. She asked for. Let's try. Rupa, if you're still around, I'll try to add you.
Have you stopped the recording on Riverside?
Yeah, I'll stop it now. The Riverside recording screwed up. It seems some issue happened.
Oh.
So I'm not even sure if it's going to work or not. But yeah, typical Khandaan issues that we have, right? Yeah.
Rupa.
I don't know. Maybe she sent an invite and now she's not really feeling it anymore. That might be the case. Okay. But yeah. I'm going to give it 5 minutes. If anybody wants to join us, do send us an invite. I know Beth is also watching. I don't know if Beth wants to come and chat with us for a couple of minutes. Yeah, I think that's it pretty much otherwise, right? What are you guys doing for the weekend?
I need some sleep. I haven't slept properly in like a while. Like I need to sleep. Like right after this, I'm going to go to bed. That's what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
We were going to do a Salman review, right, this weekend, and then like we said no. And
yeah,
honestly,
maybe let's ask in this chat which Salman movie would you want us to review. Let us know. I think I'm quite keen. I think we're I don't know, like which. I feel we haven't done like early Salman in a while, right?
Devansha's Can You Review Partner?
Yeah, we haven't done Partner.
Actually, yeah, and that way we get to talk about Govinda.
Yeah, that's a good.
Yeah, let's do that.
Rajniti, Devansh. Do you know what Rajniti? Okay. Kick has come up a few times. Yeah, Kick.
We almost did Kick, right?
Yeah, it was close. It didn't get enough votes, Kick. I think we ran it through a poll. But Kick is a very popular one. I
remember enjoying it at the cinema.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't remember that at all. But
okay, we've got 2 going for Partner.
Okay. Partner.
Can we put a poll on for Kick and Partner? See what.
Yeah.
Although I like Dil Tera Aashik as a we get Madhuri and Salman for the price of nothing. You know.
Oh, there's 2 votes for Dil Tera Aashik as well.
Yeah. Shall we do those 3 on a poll?
Yeah.
Becca just likes to see the world burn, though, so I don't know if she actually wants to see like Dil Tera Aashik. She just wants to see like the world burn. I know exactly what's happening.
What movie have Salman and Juhi done together?
They've never done it. They've never worked together, no?
Oh, okay.
Didn't Salman want to marry Juhi at some point? And then
I think that was one of those Salman, journalist asking him a question and him just giving an insane answer, as Salman usually does. So, yeah.
And then like Juhi apparently turned down his rishta, and then he was just like, "Mera dil toot gaya."
That's funny. That's funny.
Yeah.
Becca actually loves Dil Tera Aashik. Oh, okay.
I've really never seen that movie since it came out, so I wouldn't mind revisiting.
Okay, let's put like Dil Tera Aashik, Partner, and Kick for a poll and like see what people want us to watch.
Did you see that? There's a video going viral of like a couple in a living room dancing on "Pump Up the Jam," or what's the song? Was that Katrina?
Soni De Nakhre.
Yeah, Soni De Nakhre. Have you seen that one?
Yeah, I've seen that.
It's funny. Yeah. It's quite funny. So maybe that's why Partner is in people's mind, because that went, Yeah, Salman guest starred in Deewana Mastani. Yeah, he did. Yeah, he got Juhi at the end. That's probably the only way they have together, I think. Yeah. Cool. Well, I guess that's it for this episode. I hope you guys had fun. And we'll be doing this again. And we'll be probably doing more live recordings on our Patreon. So do follow us there too. And that's it. I'm going to log off. Thanks, guys. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks,
Have a good
guys.
weekend,
Bye.
everyone. Bye.
Have a great weekend.
Khandaan Podcast Livestream.
Girl, you're my chum,